This morning on DC News Now, a 1-year-old dead, 2 more children in the hospital, their father allegedly stabbing their mother and taking off with the children before crashing in Prince George's County.
Surprised the heck out of me. But like I say, it's quiet out.
Plus, warmer temps with chances of rain returning. The wet weather you can expect this weekend. A presidential appearance in Prince George's County.
It's a fight that we have to continue.
A new plan to lower drug costs impacting older adults across the DMV.
It's very, very important because they have no income.
And Stumpy lives on. The plan to keep part of the iconic cherry tree along the tidal basin.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for starting your morning with us here on DC News Now. It is 8 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika is keeping an eye on those roads out there for you. She's going to have the latest in just a moment. Brittany's on that forecast. Clear start right now. The rain moving in later, and I know you're not happy about it.
No, I don't think anyone is, because it's going to linger into the weekend. And I mean, we finally made it to the weekend, and it seems like it's indoor weather. So overall, if you are making any plans, just have that umbrella close by. Satellite and radar is showing you, yes, we are waking up to mostly dry conditions right now. Starting to see the clouds filter their way into the area. High pressure just off to the south. That's what dominate our weather pattern. Finally out of the area. But look back off to the west. That's what we're keeping our eye out on. That's going to be the next storm system that's going to be making or providing us with some showers and storms. Stepping out the door right now for work, not looking too bad. We're sitting at 73 degrees right now in the nation's capital. 68 though as you head over there to Hagerstown, 59 in Woodstock. So keep it here. We'll have a look at your wet weekend forecast coming up. Shanika, how's the roads?
All right, Brittany, it's 8 a.m. on Friday. You're doing really well out there on the roads, aside from this one crash, but still, you're still moving out there. 95 heading northbound right near 123. Whatever was there moved to the right, so you are good to go, and you are just moving along. So let's flip over so we can see your commute. This is off of Indian Head Highway heading northbound near Old Fort Road. You are going to see just a tap on your brakes. Earlier, we did see more congestion there because of that crash, so it looks like they're clearing that up. On the inner loop side to and across the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, you are seeing some delays there, so watch out for that. Sending things over to you.
All right, thank you, Shanika. 2 Virginia Beach children are recovering in the hospital after police say their father allegedly committed a stabbing and abduction that ended with a violent crash in Temple Hills, Maryland. Virginia police say 1 child did die.
Yeah, the crash was connected to an Amber Alert issued after police say the father of the children allegedly stabbed their mother and another child multiple times. Now, 2 of the children involved in the crash are being treated at Children's National Hospital in Northwest D.C. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons has the latest.
Police say the father, identified as Dana Plummer, allegedly stabbed his ex-wife and child in Virginia Beach Wednesday night. They say he then kidnapped their 3 other children and took off in a Honda SUV. An Amber Alert was issued and state troopers spotted the SUV on I-95 in Fairfax County Thursday morning. They say the troopers tried to pull over Plummer, but he refused to stop and led police on a chase. Maryland State Police say Plummer lost control, hit 2 other cars, and crashed onto Route 5. Plummer and his 3 children were rushed to the hospital. A medevac rushed a 16-month-old baby girl to the hospital, but she died of her injuries.
And that was our Liberty Simmons reporting. Police say the mother and child who were stabbed are in stable condition. And a Maryland teen who pleaded guilty to attempted murder will be sentenced today. Caden Holland, also known as Baby K, tried to shoot and kill another teen on a school bus in May of last year. The 17-year-old was charged as an adult. The sentencing hearing is expected to start at 1:30 this afternoon at the Prince George's County Courthouse. And Fairfax County police are searching for at least 2 more suspects in a luxury store theft ring. The group is accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars in merchandise from Tyson's Corner back in June. Police say they arrested a man accused of driving the getaway car. The suspect was arrested in Philadelphia and will be brought back to Virginia. Police also have warrants for 2 additional suspects, and officials say they're still searching for several unknown suspects. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. And we now know the name of the man shot and killed by Alexandria police Monday night. He is 61-year-old Paul Bennon Jr. Investigators say a concerned caller reached out to police saying Bennon was talking about harming himself. When officers arrived at the park site at Alexandria condos, they say he came into the stairwell with a gun. Officers say they tried to de-escalate the situation for more than 30 minutes, but they shot Bennon when he did a, quote, threatening action. This is still under investigation.
Time right now, coming up on 8:05, a jury is now deciding the fate of a former D.C. Parks employee who shot and killed a 13-year-old boy in Northeast last year. He says it was in self-defense, but prosecutors say he would not have been in danger if he had just stayed in his home. D.C. News Now's Max Marcella is bringing us up to speed on yesterday's closing arguments.
Jurors deliberated for about 2 hours, but they have left the courthouse without a verdict today, and they will come back on Friday to deliberate some more. What happened in court on Thursday? Well, it was closing arguments, both the defense and prosecution using some surveillance video and audio to outline their case, which centers around whether or not Jason Lewis acted in self-defense or whether he is guilty of second-degree murder. Now, during the defense's nearly 90-minute closing argument, the attorney said Lewis felt threatened. He went outside of his home because he heard the sounds of people breaking into cars, and then they say Lewis saw a light and heard a noise he perceived to be a gunshot, and that's when he fired once at a car in an alley. Lewis himself testified yesterday saying he thought the driver of that car fired a gunshot first. And then Lewis ended up firing a second and third shot when 13-year-old Karan Blake came running his way. But prosecutors say Blake's running was a natural and fearful reaction to the first gunshot Lewis fired, and that Lewis was actually the first aggressor. Prosecutors say Blake should not have been breaking into cars, but he did not deserve to die. They also played audio of Blake's final words in which he said, "I'm sorry," 5 times, and then said, "No, no, no, I'm only a kid. I'm only 12. The prosecution argues Lewis didn't wait to see a gun before he lifted his own weapon up, and that he left his home where he was safe in order to go outside. The jury will come back on Friday to continue deliberations and potentially offer a verdict for the second-degree murder and the assault with a dangerous weapon charges. Reporting at D.C. Superior Court, Max Marcella, D.C. News Now.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and President Biden and Vice President Harris made their way to Largo, Maryland yesterday. It is their first appearance together since Biden dropped out of the race, the two announcing a new deal to help cut down drug prices and curb rising inflation. Many in the crowd were Black voters who say they're excited to see Harris on the stage.
It's wonderful for our young ladies and young men to see someone that looks like them, you know, in politics doing really positive things.
Voters say reproductive rights, access to health care for vets, and immigration and border control are top of mind heading into November.
Former President Donald Trump holding his second news conference in a week, telling reporters Harris is responsible for inflation and talking about his economic plan. His proposals include extending his 2017 tax cuts, increasing oil drilling, and also adding tariffs on all imports.
This is campaigning on the largest tax increase in American history, including ending the Trump tax cuts, one of the largest tax cuts ever in our country's history.
2 nonpartisan reports looked at the 2017 tax cuts. The Brookings Institute said they do not help the middle class. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities also found it skewed towards people who are wealthy. And Virginia students could soon lose having a cell phone with them at school. The state's Department of Education releasing its draft policy after Governor Glenn Youngkin's executive order last month. Now, this calls for the school districts to ban students from using cell phones from first bell until dismissal. But the guidelines will change slightly for elementary, middle, and high schools. School officials say the next step is to collect feedback from families through an online survey. They are hoping to have a policy in place by January 1st.
And Stafford County Public Schools apologizing for families for an ongoing transportation issue. The school district says the software it uses to oversee bus routes is malfunctioning. In a post on X, SCPS says this is an unacceptable situation. Officials are demanding solutions from the software vendor as soon as possible. SCPS also thanking parents who are being forced to transport their kids during this time for their sacrifice. And in the district, a last hurrah before the kids have to hit the books. Leaders hosted a back-to-school block party at the Columbia Heights Education campus yesterday. There was rock climbing, food, and a talent show.
We want to help our kids and our families to launch into the school year in a good way. And so one of the things you hear us say a lot is public safety is really about community. It's more about that than anything else. So this is just another way in which we're bringing our government to community.
Organizers also gave away 3,000 backpacks to students. And a Virginia teen from Fairfax County is Time Magazine's Kid of the Year.
Yeah, 15-year-old scientist Heyman Bekele taking home that title. He is being recognized for his skin cancer fighting soap. Now, Heyman says the idea came to him while growing up in Ethiopia, where he watched people work long hours in the sun. We caught up with him during Black History Month, and he told us he wants to turn his invention into a nonprofit organization. Heyman says his goal is to also make skin cancer treatment more accessible around the world.
For so long, everybody's just been put, especially when it comes to people of like African American culture, it's just been put in a box. And it's really great to see that everything is sort of, that box is slowly being broken and everyone's being told that they can achieve their dreams.
He also credits his family for setting the stage for his achievements as well. Time right now is 8:10. A new child development center coming to Montgomery County.
After the break, why the wait list is already filling up, plus helping former inmates head back to their communities. State leaders are helping people regain their lives and avoiding reoffending.
Plus, let's take a live look outside this morning. Brittany, what can we expect?
You know, it's a dry start to our Friday, Corey, but we are tracking showers and storms as we head through the weekend. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that weekend forecast coming up after the break.